Incubator, and it's also a good spray solution if you don't have 70% ethanol. It's a good spray solution for biological safety cabinets and countertops and so forth. So there you go. So the first part's easy. You just pull the shelves out. And you can see on some of these shelves somebody spilled some media, so we're going to have to clean that up with the Lysol No Rinse sanitizer. You don't want to put in there some more spots. So we'll do that before we put this in the autoclave. Alright, the water pan has to be, I'll get it out later. Alright, these all come out. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let me show you, if you'll point over here, I'll show you. See how the hole is above the clip? That's the side that you pull up. You can't do it over here because the clip isn't above the hole. So you, on one side you lift it, and then the other side you push it back. Now you can lift this side. Okay, so it's a little complicated, but not too bad. This incubator seems to be a little not quite as well built as our other incubators. All right, so we're not done yet. So you'll notice there's also these walls and this top thing. Yeah. So I think we can probably take those apart too. So this is pretty easy, it just slides down. Okay, I guess I'm going to take the water bath out now. Looks like there's stuff growing in the water bath, yeah. Okay, so that comes out. This side. Might be a little hard. You can unscrew this, but then you've got these hoses that probably would have to be disconnected, so I'm not going to do that part. I'll just leave it like this. So you can see now you have nothing but the inside of the cabinet. This is what you want to get to when you're any kind of incubator that you're cleaning out. You want to get it down to just the walls and the floor and the ceiling if possible. Okay, and you can see in here, so there's things you're going to see inside here, rust. So these things, even though they're stainless steel, they still, you know, you get places where the metal on metal rubs, and so it ends up getting rusty. The other thing is there's usually some, if you haven't cleaned it in a long time, you'll see little spots of fungus. This looks pretty good though. It's not really that dirty, so it was probably cleaned. It's probably been cleaned regularly. So it looks really nice in here except for the rust. Okay. And so that we're going to clean out with, we're just going to take this bottle and a paper towel and spray the inside and wipe it out. Now, we're wearing masks, right? Because we're in, you know, the pandemic. But when you're not wearing a mask and you spray with this stuff, it aerosols and you can breathe it in. It makes it tickle, and then you end up coughing a lot. So, so it's best not to breathe in the vapors of this stuff when you're using it. Okay, and that's really all there is to do, except autoclaving and putting everything back in. So we'll do that later. clean the shelves. So I'm going to go get a paper towel to do that. Something there. I'm not sure if that's what that is. Oh yeah, it came off. Some sort of a smeared biological. Yeah, for the most part, the stuff you see on here, stains, they're probably some sort of media still, because there's really nothing else in the incubator other than cells growing in media and water vapor. Okay, there's a little bit there. Okay, so and the bottom didn't really need, unless there was some kind of really bad spill, the underside doesn't need to be cleaned off so much, but it doesn't hurt to give it a little once over. This is going to go into the autoclave anyway to be sterilized. There could be either rust or spilled liquid. Yeah, it looks like it's rust because this isn't, it's not coming up with
out.
it. Yeah. Right, so that just happens. These incubators parts over time get rusty. And you try to keep it as clean as you can, get rid of the rust, but it doesn't always come off. Okay. Yeah, rust. So this is kind of interesting. This underside here seems to be a lot smoother than this side.
Yeah.
So probably this side is supposed to be the side that's up in the incubator. But the problem is it's got these, you usually have the fold over facing down. So I'm not really sure. I'm kind of a little confused by this because the smooth metal is on the underside. So I'm not really sure what to think about that. This is really nice and smooth. This isn't. You can kind of run your hand across it, and it's a little rough. Now run your hand across that. You feel the edge. So there's a kind of a bevel that's smoothed off on the holes that you don't feel on this one. And you always get that on all incubators, really. And so this is the side that's usually up, the side that's really nice and smooth, and this would be the underside. So I don't know why it's folded this way. It should be folded this way, the middle edges. So I'm confused.
So is like, other than smoothness, is there any difference like between the sides?
Yeah, this side is smoother. It's easier to work with this side than it is on this side. This side's rough.
Yeah.
So I'm almost thinking I should, when I put this back together, put the shelves in upside down. I don't really like having the lip where you have to lift your thing to get it out. It's nice to slide something out without having to lift up.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
That makes sense.
I don't know. Somebody didn't get the memo.
I think somebody thinks like it might drop off or something, so that's why it's just not.
Yeah, that's true. Except it's, you know. Okay. And sometimes it's not a bad idea to look on the edge too, because there's, you know, if something got spilled, it will run off the side. Smooth side. And then these don't really, unless something really traumatic happened in there, these shouldn't need any kind of cleaning. But it doesn't hurt to look them over to make sure there isn't any rust or spills on them that need to be cleaned up. There's something right there. I'm not sure what that is. See if it'll wipe off. Nope.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's just my imagination.
There's a bit of rust, but I think it's...
Yep. It's a little bit of rust. Same with these, they probably don't need a lot of cleaning. There's something right there that I'm not sure what that is. Go ahead. Wipe it off.
Last time you were saying about the screw, so this incubator doesn't have any screw, right? So
no, it was quite different.
Yeah. So if like in case there is another incubator that has screw, so you also need to like clean that up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see there's wipe marks, so this has been taken apart and cleaned off before.
Yeah.
So probably I did it last year. There was a splash right there, a little bit of splash from something. It's just gone. Any little bit that's left behind is food, food for bacteria and fungus. Okay, so that is it. This is the bottom surface. There. Oh, there's a little bit of rust. Not really much you can do about that. Okay, so now all these things go in the autoclave. Autoclave. In my old lab, we had a big roll of butcher paper that we would wrap it.
Oh.
So when you brought it out of the autoclave, the inside the paper would still be sterile, and then you could wheel it from the autoclave over to the incubator.
Yes, yes.
Then you unwrap the butcher paper and stick your stuff in the incubator. It's also helpful because you can't put the hot stuff in the incubator. You have to wait until the metal parts have cooled down after you've autoclaved them. This kind of feels like it's got a plastic, I don't know, some kind of covering on it. I wonder if well, we'll find out. I'm sure I've autoclaved this before. Will these fit in here? No, but
So autoclave in dry, gravity dry, right?
what's that?
Autoclave in gravity and dry option, right?
Yeah, gravity dry cycle. So there, it's nice. Doesn't quite fit together well, but that's not too bad. The only thing we got left to do is this pan. So the pan also, it's got water in it, and you can see there's junk in the water. So probably, who knows, stuff growing in it. We're gonna dump this out in the sink and clean it with the cleaner. And then we'll also autoclave this.
So you are using DI water, right?
Yes. Some incubators call for sterilized water, some call for DI water. Depends on your incubator. Should have gotten another paper towel. Okay, how about a paper towel?
Yeah, I'm bringing. Stuck. Sorry.
That's okay. Rust.
Yes.
And that's where the rust was on the bottom of the incubator. So it won't come off,
Yes.
but little bits of it come off, you know, but it's just try to manage it. The water that was in this pan had a little bit of this stuff in it already. We add 1 milliliter of this stuff, Lysol no rinse sanitizer, to the water pan about once a week to keep the water sanitized.
So like here it says 1:20 dilution. Like you have to prepare this solution?
That's for this. This is
Okay.
1 part of that and 20 parts of water for the spray.
So here the water used same like DI water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Deionized. Okay. And that goes with the other stuff. It's all going to go in the autoclave.
Okay, we are coming back after autoclaving. Thank you.